Let me grab my cup, man. I think this one gonna be a long one, man. I'm gonna grab
Oh,
my
that's a
cup.
yep. Hold on, let me finish this.
Let me grab my cup.
Yep.
It's all right, man. Y'all don't panic yet, man. The ship ain't sailed yet.
It's over, bro.
Let's talk about it.
What we doing? Doing.
Hold on, hold on. Screen mode, you know that.
Hey, listen. This is another episode of the Aftermath. I know y'all coming with the negative energy, right? But today you found the right one. I got a lot of time on my hands. I got a few things I need to do before I go to bed, before I lay it down. But if you come in here with that bull, you're gonna get what you asked for. You see my dog in the medical tent, he not feeling well. He trying to get checked out right now. Y'all, you gotta chill for a moment. This the aftermath. We still got one more game left on the slate, cool cat. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that one game left on the slate might not be enough to save our lives. But I'm gonna hand the mic over to you, man.
Yep. Welcome to the Aftermath with your boy Mizzy Miss Cool Cat on YouTube representing the birds. That was Smitty Eagle, and underneath the blue tent is King DV. If you can hear me, what up, King?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Look, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man.
Start us off, King. Start us off.
I'm pissed off. It's not about us not being in the playoffs. It's not about none of that, right? It's about this whole season. The season come to a close tonight. We lost 27-10 to the New York Giants out of all people. I wasn't really thinking about the starters. Wasn't really thinking about them at all. But at the end of the day, coaching is still an issue. It's still an issue. The players don't believe in the coaching staff. I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't think the players believe in the coaching staff. Every single time, and I said it on Twitter. Every single time a player was available, I'm like, yo, they're not going to be able to fix the issues that we have in the coaching staff. They're not. We were fools. We were fools all season. Fools all season, thinking that Sean Desai was the issue, or just the issue. We was fools to think that Matt Patricia's going to come in and do something like he wasn't overseeing stuff already.
I told you.
I know you told. I know, bro. I'm saying everybody that.
How about this? How about this? How about since the bye week, Sean Desai had been stripped of calling plays on third down.
Yeah.
How about that came out today?
Yeah. And that's another question. Why? When does a meeting amongst players and everything come out in the public like that? It really rarely never comes out like that. We learned a lot about this team through Twitter and reports saying that, oh, this happened in the meeting, this happened in the meeting, and then it's like it just negates everything that AJ Brown was talking about. It negates it a little bit. I'm not saying everything that he talked about, but the stuff that he was talking about, it does negate it to the point where it's like you got to look at coaching. It got to start somewhere. Like, Howie and Lori has to look in the mirror and see, like, hey, what could we do to make this thing better? And look, I don't know.
You might have to take some of that power from Howie, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What you mean power?
He might need to have some type of, somebody help or something, dog. We gotta invest money into these spots and invest some time into these spots that we seem to neglect year in and year out.
That's a fact.
You can't really name the last like Pro Bowl real linebacker that we was really out there. You know what I mean? Like TJ Edwards was decent, but he wasn't that. The last one I can remember probably was like Trotter or somebody like that. And I'm not saying you need to invest into Jeremiah Trotter, but it has to be a linebacker out there that can fix some of these woes. It got to be some type of cornerback help we can get in this room, some type of safety help, some type of top tier safety help. Like I respect Sidney Brown for being able to get his input in his first year and get his feet wet. But we at a position, man, where somebody got to be held accountable for what's going on. Teams don't just fall apart in this manner and everything is okay everywhere. You know what I mean? Like it's not just coaching at this point. It got to be deeper than coaching. Like I see teams that got a lot of energy that don't got what we got going on in the Eagles. And I don't know if it's now. Listen. This could be the Super Bowl hangover, though. Maybe it just hit us late. You know what I'm saying? Pushing and grinding hard like that, trying to get back. That's all that's on your mind. You start to kick yourself in the ass. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? Like maybe it played backwards for us. I mean, that's what it seemed like, bro. Because this is what usually happens to the teams from the Super Bowl hangover in the beginning. They come out, they go like 2-3 game losing streaks. They win a couple. They looking like they lose a couple. That's what it looked like. It looked like we started off hot. We wasn't in the Super Bowl hangover, and then the Super Bowl hangover said, "You thought I missed you." It's really what it feels like because we started playing like those teams that come off Super Bowl hangovers. It really looked like it, but it looked like we in the dumps and we're depressed. And it's the only thing it can lead to for me. Y'all might be different. Y'all, Nick Sirianni or whoever y'all want to blame could be different, right? But for me, it don't seem like it's one person that's affected by what's going on. Because if it was just a Sean Desai problem, or just a Brian Johnson, or just a Nick Sirianni, or just no, bro. This shit is infectious. It's affected everybody. I don't even recognize AJ Brown. I don't recognize Devontae Smith. I don't recognize these guys. DeAndre Swift is his first year here, but from what I've seen, I don't recognize what's going on with everybody. It seems like everybody's pushing the same agenda, but nobody's pushing it together. Like it seems like everybody's affected, but nobody's reaching out to make sure the next one's okay. It just seems like we all on a boat together, but nobody paddling in the same direction. It seems like it's stuck up. Like, yes, the mentality is get back. But as me and DV talked about, we are Eagle fans, bro, and we are Kobe fans, right? Kobe did this for years. He was on teams with players that he thought wanted to win championships and wanted to go far, but they didn't have the drive and the will to get there. He didn't have the coaching staff around Phil Jackson to get back. So guess what they started doing? They started plucking the weak people out and started bringing in pieces that wanted to work hard, that had the same drive, that had the same ambitions. They started taking and bringing in people that had respect for the game. Maybe at this point, we have to start bringing in those guys that have a little bit of love for the game. Because when you look at the coaching staff, they're combative with Sirianni. We having arguments on the sidelines. Then you having players that's taking each other's sides. They're taking sides of the coaching staff. They're taking sides of the player. They into the battle with it. It's to the point where like nobody's loyal to what's going on between the lines. They look at what's going on between their mind. Like they don't care about the game anymore. They're not on the same path, the same wavelength. They're not thinking about Super Bowl. They're thinking about how we lost the Super Bowl. They said it didn't get talked about, but it feels like it's been talked about a lot more than it needed to because it's in somebody's head. Nobody seems like they're out there driven to win games, bro. Nobody. Since we played the 49ers. It was almost like we had some type of PTSD. And we can't get out of it. And guess what? It can either stop now. And I ain't saying like, oh, we're gonna go out and make a playoff run. No, it can stop now and people can start building together. And even if we lose or whatever happens next week to us, if you start building together, then maybe it'll spread over into the next one. You ever like play Madden and you like beating somebody real bad, and at the end of the game, they be like, they trying to get a drive together so they can have something to build off. That's what we need. And I'm not saying like we need a win. We need to build together. We need something to take into the offseason, no matter when we take the offseason. It could be Sunday, it could be the following Sunday. Whenever we take this road to the offseason to come back next year, we have to be one. Because no matter who you bring in, if you fire Sirianni, you fire Brian Johnson, you fire Patricia, Sean Desai, Jeremiah, you fire all of them, you leave Stoutland, whoever you take out of the room, if you bring in a bunch of guys that's not going to be focused on the same thing, that's not going to be willing to build. Because all we heard all year, DV, is we going to fix it. We going to fix it. We going to do better. We going to change up. We going to do this next week. And then next week come, I'm looking at my TV, I'm looking for the change, and I see the same repetitive bullshit I seen for 16, 18 weeks. I probably sent 10 plays where I was like, oh, that's something new. The rest of it was the same shit. Defensively, same shit. We can't stop nobody. And we really should have known the writing was on the wall when Mac Jones, who struggled all year outside of our game to pass the ball, came out and put up 300 plus yards on us. And then every quarterback after that did the same thing. So to me, it's not even just coaching. It's what you invest into is what you get out. Yes, defensive and offensive line are great places to start. But you also have to build the other things around them. You can't take the shortcuts. You have to really build the foundation, and we are not doing that. Linebacker is a key part. All the teams that are on fire right now that's playing the best football have at least one top 5 linebacker. 49ers, the Lions, Ravens, Browns. The teams that are clicking, that are going into the playoffs hot, have great linebacker play. Even if their secondary is kind of suspect, it's a few of the teams that I named that their secondary aren't the best, but they have linebackers that's going to control the middle of the field. They're going to cut off a little bit extra. We don't have that right now. And I don't think it's nowhere to find it in our locker room right now. Because we're going to have to go get guys that are willing to play the position and coaches that are willing to coach the position, bro. Because I don't know what Jeremiah been doing all year, but my linebacker play look poor. They don't look like they're willing to hit. They don't look like they're filling holes. They don't know where to be. They confused. They lost. And then my DN play is just as bad. Like, why is Nolan Smith in one-on-one man coverage against Saquon Barkley? I told y'all, but nobody wanted to listen. I told y'all I didn't want Nolan Smith playing any coverage. What happens? He give up like a 40, 50-yard bomb.
That's why I was laughing at.
40, 50-yard bomb. I'm disgusted with everything See, people want to point the finger. I want to point multiple fingers because they don't lead to one entity that poisons the whole batch. Yeah, I heard they say, one what is it? One bad fruit will spoil the bunch. But what happens when it's a bunch of bad fruit? How many of the bunches can you spoil then?
Let me say this, right?
That's what we have with it.
Let me say the first thing first, right? I agree that it's a lot of people. That's the issue on this squad. That's why I said it's not just the guy on my shirt, but it has to start somewhere. Some things has to change somewhere. I'm not saying it's just coaching. I'm saying coaching is an issue. It's been an issue for all season. You have games where Sean Desai looks okay. Then you have games that Brian Johnson look okay. And then it's like after the 49ers game and with Nick Bosa came out and said, hey, all you got to do is this, that, and the third on the Eagles. And then what happens? We go, after that, we only won against what? The Giants. We just split with them. Well, that's what I'm saying, that, we got to call it what it is, man. This coaching staff together sucks. It sucks. Can't have anybody's job, but into the offseason. But right now, I'm pissed off at coaching. I'm pissed off at the players for not actually, tackling, having effort. A lot of people are sitting up there saying Byard, Shaq, who didn't even start this game, Shaq, all these other players, they're going. So what teams started doing? They started to target Reed Blankenship a lot because he can't cover that side of the field. With Reed Blankenship, at the time it was James Bradbury over there.
But DV, why can't you do that? Why can't you attack a safety?
You said why can't you?
Why can you?
Because he can't cover.
Because you don't have linebackers to slow anything down, to funnel anything out. They're just letting them run right at Reed Blankenship. This is simple. This is a simple option. Can we just bump a dude? Can you get in his way? Can you make him go around you? Morrow be just looking like, oh, it's a football.
All of them. Even Shaq. Shaq does the same thing.
I was finna even be funnier with Shaq. He'd be stuck. Like his back just be stiff. He can't move. He just be. Then you just watch it go by like, oh,
one decent game against the Giants, and that wasn't even a good game. What I'm saying is this team has been awful, not to play into the standard. We were getting the wins, and I'm mad at all of us on Birds of Bar Street or any platform that we on, and we're like, yo, we're still 10-1. We're still this. We're still that. We still had these issues. Yes, we pointed out the issues, but it's still it was going to be issues down the stretch. In that gauntlet that, we were in, and we kept saying, oh, we the gauntlet and everything because we were winning. Look, it don't look like that no more. It don't look like that no more. It looked like basically we got exposed. That's how we split with the Cowboys. We just split with the Giants. The Commanders gave us their best games of the season. That's what I'm saying. Like, we got to really look at this team for what it is, man. It trickles down from Howie Roseman not actually prioritizing our weaknesses in linebacker, our weaknesses or just the personnel of why Rashad Penny, it takes so long for him to get some more snaps. Why did it take him that long? He didn't get a snap since what, week 3? Really? And then he just got snaps today, and then they didn't know how to utilize him. And he's horrible at blocking. That one play with Jalen Hurts was trying to get away, and he basically allowed the guy to just run over him. That's what I'm saying. That it's the personnel. Everything sucks about this team right now. Our offensive line, as much as we love Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, and all of them, they're getting up there in age. This is going to be the last season that they're going to be playing to that high standard. They're going to invest more into the trenches. That's what they're going to do in the all season. They're going to invest more into the trenches. But right now, it don't look the same. It really don't look the same that we like, yo, anybody can run behind this line. Can't say that this year. We can't say that this year. You know, yes, we do got a 1,000-yard rusher, but at the same time, that line is not what it used to be. What it used to be, our quarterback would have been fine against the blitz. And then speaking about against the blitz, Brian Johnson is not even Brian Johnson. I don't even know who called plays at the time. Brian Johnson / Nick Sirianni is not, doing no hot routes. No, something to bail out against the blitz because we don't have the right personnel in at the time to block when the blitz is coming. Y'all relying too much on Jalen Hurts and his skill set and not protecting Jalen Hurts. That's another issue. It's another issue. And then you want to throw the ball down the field so much. Jalen Hurts just got his 20th turnover of the season this game, man. Like, it's comical. It's comical. And you got everybody else saying, oh, Jalen Hurts is not better than C.J. Stroud.
Thank you, Stu.
Like, come on, man.
That's what the hell they doing, bro. Like, I know they're attacking Reed Blankenship, but there's nobody like, bro. Like, I played safety. Like, it was always told to the linebacker, like, you get in his way, you slow him down, you don't give him a free release.
No, if you're there,
do it. And they just doing it. They just like, oh, he gone. And then Reed Blankenship, he already not really great in coverage. The dude up on him so fast, he has no time to react. And then when he does react, it's slow. Listen, beginning of the season, we all had the conversation. I told y'all I wasn't 100% in on Reed Blankenship. Everybody told me he was a starter. I told y'all I wasn't 100% in.
I didn't think he was 100% the starter. What I said was basically that this is the personnel that we got. Who else is out there that
I thought we should have brought in a safety, to be honest.
That's what I said. Yeah,
really,
that was.
We didn't have an opportunity to bring. People got to stop with the narrative. That man wanted to go where he lives.
Yeah, he wanted to go home.
He's from Illinois. He wanted to go home. We didn't have an opportunity. We offered him more money than they did. And he went home. We didn't have an opportunity. I wish we did. Would I have kept TJ Edwards over what we have? Yes. TJ Edwards.
Oh, of course.
Listen, TJ Edwards and Nakobe Dean together probably would have been a better matchup than what we had all season. But I don't think Nakobe Dean was ready for the role that we needed him to be ready for. They just had to force him into a role. But I think the plan was, which I had stated before, was to keep TJ Edwards, let Kaiser White go, and let Nakobe Dean play with TJ for the first year. But I didn't know TJ Edwards had the will to go home. I didn't know that was on his mind. If that was the case, then we should have been pursuing a linebacker in free agency or early in the draft this year.
We really need to look in the mirror. You know, everybody set up there, made content about AJ Brown's, finally speaking. They talked about when Nick Sirianni was saying, oh, everybody's going to be together. We all bought into this. For them to come out here today and not even show anything. They didn't show no effort, no heart, no nothing, to the point where it's like we're trying to get back in the win column. We're trying, regardless of what happened in the other game. They didn't even show anything. Nothing. It's sad. It's really sad, to the point where this got to be more of like a forgotten season.
But it's not the offense, though. To me, I think the defense completely gave up on the system. I'm at that point where they like probably just like, you know what, this bend but don't break ain't working, and every week we coming out here running the same junk, and they going right down the field, and they getting 300, 400, 500 yard games on us every week, and we done with it. But hey, hold on. Not to sound salty though, but shout out to the Cowboys, you know, for the NFC East championship that they won. You know what I mean? We had the opportunity, but they got it. We got to be real.
We gave it to them.
We got it took.
No.
Ain't
I'm
nothing
not saying
gave. We got it.
No.
49ers came and embarrassed us. Cowboys embarrassed us. Seahawks embarrassed us. Giants just embarrassed us. Cardinals embarrassed us.
Bro, I'm not saying that we didn't get it took. I'm saying that the way that we played, we basically handed it to them. Because I don't understand why we actually played our starters today. I really don't. Number one. Number two, we deserve not to win the NFC East after this last couple weeks. What, 6 weeks? About 6 weeks. We don't deserve it. We don't. We're going toe to toe with the Commanders, the Giants, two teams that's not even in the playoffs. And we sit up there coming off the Super Bowl where Howie Roseman said Vegas is the goal, and we got all. We didn't do anything with that.
See, but that's the thing I'm saying, DV. You said, listen, remember the conversation that was had where they were like, oh, it's not being talked about in the locker room. But every time I heard somebody talking, it was Vegas was the goal. How the hell you not talking about Arizona if all you can do is talk about Vegas? It don't make sense to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, am I making sense? Cool Cat? Like you said you weren't talking about the last Super Bowl, but we just apparently talking about the next one? So the last one don't come up? Come on, man. Y'all gotta be real. That's why I'm tired of this robotic response every week, bro. It really irks my nerves when I take my break at lunch and I go back and listen to these press conferences and I hear the same response every week. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna change it. We're gonna self-evaluate so we can win next week. So who's self-evaluating? Because the person that's self-evaluating must got the brain of a simp. Because the self-evaluation has led us to go back and do the same thing over and over again. Like we like I'm not getting it, bro. They sit down. Y'all have 10 people in this room, and your whole goal is to plan against other people and win the game. And then you simply come out and call the same 7 plays you call every week, and you think the next guy didn't watch the film. He don't know the 7 plays coming. And then today, not only did you come out and call the 7 plays, you came out and called the 7 plays with Quez Watkins as the number 1, and you treated him like he was A.J. Brown. There was no change up. It wasn't like, hey, let's get these guys. We know they're not the big threats of Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Let's get them in open field. Let's create some open lanes for them to get up the field. No, you tried the same stuff you tried with. Oh, not only you tried the same running plays with Kenny Gainwell that you tried with Swift, but Swift and Gainwell aren't the same guy. So to me, Cool Cat, if I did my math right, DV, if I did my math right,
listen,
it would seem like you didn't game plan. You didn't prepare. You came out and played the game just like Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and DeAndre Swift were on the field when you practiced all week and 2 of them wasn't there. You weren't prepared. So what makes me think that Sunday when we go down to Tampa, that I told y'all last week I was thinking about buying a ticket and go down. What?
Save your money, bro.
Save your money.
What?
Save your money, bro.
Like I ain't that type of guy. Like I ain't ridiculously overwhelmed by not going. I want to go though. I want to go down there. Like if my people call me and say, you know, I got some people around me that's Eagle fans. If they say we going down, I might slide down. But this is what I need, bro. Like I need somebody to really, like I've been saying for months, King DV, you can back me up on this, bro. Somebody needs to really step into somebody and get the focus back on football. I don't care what ESPN, FS1, Philadelphia CBS, the newspaper daily, whatever, Twitter, Instagram, like it feels like everybody say they not listening, but the play on the field seem like you listening.
That's the whole thing, though. We have too many players commenting on what the reporters say. We got too many players commenting on what we saying on Twitter, coming at content creators, fans, things like that. We're not really focused on the game in hand. We're not. It's more so that, hey, we're going to go out there. We're going to tell them what they want to hear. And we're going to go out there and do whatever are the same thing that we've been doing. That's basically what it was. And we lost. We lost everything. We lost coaching. The players lost faith. And hell, we lost our MVP playing to the high standard. I'm going to just call it what it is.
Jalen Hurts, speaking on the finger injury, he said he never experienced nothing like that. The man said, "Do you know what happened?" He said, "Yeah, it just popped out."
But look, but what's
if you watch the interview, though, he don't even seem energetic. He just like, yeah, it popped out. Like,
Smitty, you know where I'm going with this.
There's no damn inspiration on this team right now, bro.
There's once was a guy named Kobe Bryant that had the same type of finger injury, whereas though that he had to go and get it popped out. He didn't have no medical tent or nothing. They did it on the sideline. The guy came back in the game and played the rest of the game. There's no reason why that was a thing. We seen how the finger went.
Jalen, if you read the reports, Jalen Hurts is like, man, I don't care about that. Like, they was trying to get him to go to the medical team. He like, nah, bro.
No, I know.
I'm go out here and try to like win a game. I don't care about this finger. Like, you can fix the finger later. But everybody don't have that same energy, bro. Everybody gotta have, like, listen, like when you hear about boxing, they always tell you the angry man never wins the fight. Fact. We the angry man, bro. All of a sudden, when the 49ers beat us, now we out there like, we got to get back. We got to get back. And people are just punching us in the face. And we don't have anything to protect ourselves. We're not fighting back, and there's no counterpunch. We come out with the game plan, and it's the same every week, and it ain't changed.
I've never seen a defense like this, bro. I've never seen a defense like this from the Philadelphia Eagles. In all my years of living, never seen a defense like this at all. Never. Not even on losing Chip Kelly and Ray Rhodes, Andy Reid. I've never seen a defense like this. Nobody's trying, no efforts, tackling is not nothing. We're playing far off the ball.
That 2020 defense, 2021, 2020, 21, whatever.
You talk about
the last year dub. Yeah. The last year dub was like the same defense.
But that trickled down from up top because they was having conflict with the whole between Howie, Laurie, Doug, and Wentz.
What's going on right now?
What's
going on right now? What's going on right now?
See, I don't think it's to that extent. I think it's more so Howie, Laurie, Nick, coordinators, and then
I'm pretty sure players. 20 turnovers has Jalen Hurts pissed.
Jalen Hurts is pissed.
I'm pretty sure those conversations aren't as cool, calm, and collective as they was.
No, because now you're stuck with, like, you gave him the keys to try to use his superpowers and try to get the ball down the field or try to run the ball, and now you put him in situations where he's turning the ball over. He's trying to do so much.
But where's the offense that you was calling when he was demobilized, when he was stuck in the pocket, having to make passes and make plays. Where's that offense?
So what does that? What
Because
does that mean?
you call a better offense with him with one leg than you do with him with two.
So what does that? What does that tell you? Because some coaches are better coaches with pocket passers than dual threats.
But don't overthink it though.
That's
Listen,
what they
right
do.
now, that's like I don't like excuses. But that's kind of the problem people had for a long time when they was trying to figure out what was going on with Lamar Jackson. Sometimes you need the guy that knows how to use the guy. And Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni might not be able to do what they need to do.
No, they're not. Might they can't.
Mike,
They can't. I don't feel comfortable saying that we can make a playoff push. Right
because
now.
I was
don't feel
pretty sure
comfortable.
at 9-7 in 2021, 2022 playoff season. I don't think anybody was like Sirianni and Steichen are going to take us to the Super Bowl. So right now, yes, I feel a way about my staff, but I think I want to focus more on the defensive half of the staff than the offensive half of the staff. Like, do I want a new running back coach? Maybe. Do I want wide receiver coaches? Maybe. Do I want some guys that could come in and maybe, you know what I'm saying, innovate somewhere in the running back room and stuff like that? Yes. Do I want a new quarterback coach? Possibly, because he should have been able to step in and make some type of input. But as far as like really me personally, like just being out on Brian Johnson because, you know what I'm saying, he struggled as a rookie coordinator, I'm not 100% sold that he need to go. But I do think in this offseason, you need to bring in a veteran coordinator that can like show him the ropes, kind of help him build game plans, help him be able to adjust. Because what I see from Brian Johnson is Nick Sirianni, when he in trouble, takes over and he pushes him out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been arguing who calling plays, but I think it's like when Brian Johnson don't really know what to do, it's like Sirianni's like, just give it to me. I got it. And it's like, no, you need somebody to come in and really show him like, hey, look, you got to go in here and do things better. Show him where he is making mistakes and help him grow. Because firing the dude and then he goes somewhere else and learn and figure it out, it's not always, because I wanted to fire Shane Steichen in 2021. I was done. I was like, man, we went 9-8. We got blown out by the Bucks. We wasn't prepared. Like, I was in the same feeling I feel right now today before we even play the Bucks. I feel that same way right now. Like, I don't see where Brian Johnson can improve, but I also know we went through this just 2 years ago. Everybody was out on what was going on, and now we at the same point with a better record, for say, even though the record is kind of crazy, with a harder schedule,
bro.
And I'm just not out on Brian Johnson, but everybody on the defensive end of my staff, from coordinator to position coach, I'm starting over.
The aspirations were different then when Shane Steichen took the helm. It was different. You know, we had the aspirations that, hey, we are still
You sure?
Super Bowl contender. Yeah.
So the aspirations were different?
It was different.
I would beg to differ.
It was different.
Because after that, we went out and got AJ Brown for a first round pick. We went
that was after that. I'm talking about that.
I'm saying the aspirations
you're talking about.
The aspirations for that first season was like, let's figure out what we got, which we probably should have had the aspirations this year.
We saying the same. Bro, we saying the same thing.
This year, the aspirations only higher because of what we just achieved, but nobody looked at what we lost.
So when you sit up there, you expect the team to play to the standard of the level of play, basically, and then with Brian Johnson being in the building, knowing what was called, and he was the quarterback coach, it shouldn't be too much of a fall off.
Yes, it is, bruh. Job change is different, bro. It's different, bro. Like it's like taking the dude that mopped floors and telling him to start painting walls. Just because he mopped the floors and people was painting around him all day don't mean he got the trade down pat. You got to learn from getting your hands dirty. No. It's like taking the dude out the safe that was counting money and tell him to greet customers. You don't know he's a people person because he's been locked inside somewhere and he hasn't been dealing with people. Like it happens like that.
Okay.
Yes, but I think the standard should have been upheld. Yes, but like I was just going to ask you the question: when the personnel and the people change, does the standard change?
It shouldn't, especially if you come in.
It shouldn't, but does it?
It shouldn't when you sit up there and listen. You are this guy, and you sit up there and say, "Hey, Brian Johnson is the guy for this."
Hold on,
team. Wait. I'm answering your question before you.
Okay.
Wait. I'm answering your question before you go.
Okay.
This guy said Brian Johnson is the guy. We were interviewing guys. Interviewing means that hey, we're going to pick the best guy that we think is for our team. So if we think that this guy is better than everybody that we interviewed, then it's like, where is it? Where is it?
From okay, so look. You said the standard don't change, right? All right, so I'm gonna use a team we none of us like, but from Mac Jones to Tom Brady, did the standard change?
No, I don't think so.
From Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield, did the standard change?
They was trying to see what they had in quarterback.
That's what I'm getting at. Like we as content creators have a standard that we're at. Obviously, we seen something last year that we think should have been capitalized off of. But at the same time, it's like, did the standard change? Because we brought in a rookie. We brought in a rookie coordinator.
Okay.
We brought in a coordinator from another team that hasn't really had a whole lot. So the standard for us is what we believe should have happened. But did the standard change?
Your points was on players switch, not coaching switch.
I don't even want to go into coaching switch because we could do that. Like, did the standard change from Frank Wright to Shane Steichen?
From Frank Wright to Shane Steichen.
In Indianapolis, did the standard change? Yes, they right now they are happy with the turnaround they got from Frank Wright to Shane Steichen, even though the year before that Frank Wright came up with the same results.
But are we the Colts?
I'm telling you, I'm just saying the standard. When the variables inside what holds the standard up change, does the standard change?
The standard shouldn't change with the same players on offense. You have the same players and possibly a better running back than we had the previous year. It shouldn't change. Especially if you were in the building. It's not like we just picked you out of the street or picked you out of college or picked you out from another team and say, hey, you're going to be the offensive coordinator. It shouldn't change. You should know what you have. Just like Philly said earlier, you should know how to play to your player's strength. And I feel like that we didn't. Regardless of the stats and all that and the numbers and the Pro Bowls and all that, we did not play to these players' standard all season. Consistently, I should say. We didn't. So, yes, I feel like that the standard should have still stayed the same with somebody in-house. Now, with the Sean Desai situation and the Matt Patricia situation, yes, I agree that the defense needs to be changed. Everything on defense needs to be changed. Now, on offense, I felt like that the offense was studied. That's why we kept saying, like, oh, the defense is trash. We're going to have to outscore guys. But how can we outscore guys with a guy that do not know, okay, run the ball, whatever. I asked y'all this question on Wednesday. What 3 plays would y'all call when we were we got caught for that hold on first and 20. I don't know if it was Nick Sirianni. I don't know if it was Brian Johnson. But if Nick Sirianni is here next year, I need him to get an offensive coordinator that he trusts, like he did in Shane Steichen.
But that's why I said you bring a new dude, right? You bring a new dude in. What's to say he don't do the same thing with the new dude? I would feel better with Brian Johnson, a dude that got a feel for what he need to do. Maybe he'll grow some type of cojones and be like, look, Nick, I got it. Chill. Cause you bring a new dude in, he gonna be on the same type of time. Like he gonna be like, well, the last coordinator got fired for, whatever. Maybe I should just try to let him do what he need to do and just be here. No, I'd rather just have Sirianni there and let him and Brian Johnson figure it the hell out. But bring in dudes around them that benefit what they can do. Because right now, it don't seem like nobody's helping nobody. Because for it to stay the same, I mean, the passing game coordinator, he ain't helping. It looked like the offensive line is struggling, so Stoutland need to step up. I know everybody wants Stoutland here. At the same time, he need to step up because why is it looking like this? Why is our offensive line looking at like this in this moment, bro? We supposed to have the top offensive line in the NFL, and we look like we bottom 10.
They figured us out. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are not going to say it. And, Philly Mike, I was watching his stream while I was watching the game. I watched a lot of content creators. The 49ers was right about how to attack that offensive line to get to Jalen Hurts. They were right. And it showed because
all it wasn't that they were right. It's where we didn't change it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Just as a parent, as we've seen it on TV.
So now we got to go. But now we got to go back to coaching, and then the players actually going with what the coach is calling. We got to go back to that, and that's including Stoutland. That's including that. You got to have the players buy into what you're selling. You have to. If you play for a coach that was just bad at play calling and everything, would you have top effort every single down? No, you won't.
Me as a person, yeah, because that's just me. Do I expect the next person to? Probably not.
Okay.
But I just go hard at everything I do, no matter the circumstance. I'm gonna put everything out there. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I have a standard for me. Am I going to try to assist everybody around me to hold themselves to that same standard? Yes. And that's the problem we have right now.
And that's why
it's a lot of me. It ain't a lot of we.
Right. Like last season. Not to break up last season, but that's what it is. It's not a lot of togetherness. It's not a lot of, they can have all the meetings they want as players and all that. At the end of the day, this team is not together at all. Coaches, staff, players, personnel, all that is not together. We don't have a team. We don't have an identity. We don't have an identity. But the tush push.
And that's why I'm at the point where I'm like, that's why I wanted to do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring somebody in. I don't know if a new coordinator fixed the woes. I think if you bring in a new coordinator, you might as well bring in a new head coach.
And that's where I'm at with it.
Because I'm in my eyes, if you're gonna keep Sirianni, you keep Brian Johnson, because I'm more comfortable with somebody that's been here with him for a little while than bringing in somebody new, man. Because bringing in somebody new cause new problems. At least they can identify the problems now. The offense is vanilla. We need to change it up. We need to work on getting our playmakers in open field with the possessions. You bring in somebody new, you might as well bring in a new coach.
So I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers first round. What do you do with Nick?
Let me start because apparently I don't know why you're in here ready, but congratulations. Since you want to know what I gotta say, it's simple. Nick Sirianni, you got two choices. Give me a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator and fix this mess that Nick Bosa
You might as well fire him, bro. That ain't gonna work, bro.
Then get rid of him.
You just did that, Cool Cat.
You cannot have people like Nick Bosa saying, "Here's the blueprint to stop my quarterback."
We just seen him with two new coordinators. We just seen him, and guess what he did? He brought in two new coordinators, ran the same thing we ran last year, and ran it worse. So that means you bring in two new ones. He gonna try to do that again. You might as well get him out of here.
He got to. I don't know what to do. Defense, I'm with you, Smitty. You got to get rid of every defense.
Everybody, every piece of it. I mean, from the bottom to the top.
Everybody agree on that. Everybody
don't agree with that.
Hold on. Listen, the only person I'm keeping on the offensive end is Stoutland and Johnson. Wide receiver coaches, tight end coaches, running back coaches, quarterback coaches, pass game coordinators. Stoutland's assistant even getting fired. Because guess what? You didn't tell Stoutland they weren't prepared. You out of here too. I'm firing everybody but the court. I want to make it. Sometimes you got to make an example, dog. And guess what, Nick? If you bring in a new defensive coordinator and we run the same defense, then guess what? We're gonna give you the ultimatum, like Cool Cat said. Either you want to run something new, or you can go catch the bus to the nearest Amoco.
That's what I'm saying.
You go fix cars or something. Learn how to do some electrical work.
Because I don't understand how you go and I'm not the type of guy that want to focus on last year because last year is last year. There's nothing you can do about it. But I don't understand how you gone from what I saw from last year and then from the snap of the fingers. You're the worst defense in football. Your offense is predictable. You losing to Cardinals and Giants when last year you was blowing them out. And instead of, for the first time saying we won the division back-to-back since 03 and 04, this little streak going to have to continue. I don't understand. The defense blow all of it up. My issue is my offense. You had 2,000-yard receivers. You have 1,000-yard rusher. You was this close. If nothing else, Nick, I wanted this. If nothing else, 4,000-yard passer. I wanted that, and you didn't give it to me. I wanted it, and you failed at that too. That's the side I'm trying to figure out. Why my offense went from what I saw last year, bomb party, to this. And if Nick Sirianni can't fix it this offseason, like Smitty says, there's the door. And the only reason why you're not going to get fired because for the third time under you and Jalen, you're going to the playoffs. You shouldn't, but you're going to the playoffs. I want my offense back next year. You should have kept Shane, but I get it. King woulda, shoulda, woulda. But this is ridiculous.
Why wouldn't you fire Nick Sirianni because he went to the playoffs 3 times? That don't even make sense.
That's the same reason Mike Tomlin ain't got fired.
Well, Mike Tomlin is Mike Tomlin, and he's a good coach regardless, and he plays to the strengths of the players. Nick Sirianni actually went to the Super Bowl. We did not win the Super Bowl. Yes.
Yeah, we did. You're right.
Nick Sirianni went to the Super Bowl, and then he had 2, not 1, but 2. You had one coordinator that almost went to the playoffs this year with Gardner Minshew, our backup, and then you also had a guy in a Jonathan Gannon that everybody and their mama wanted out of here, out coach everybody that you chose and you on the sideline. So again, why wouldn't Nick Sirianni be out of here because of this? Now we were quick to fire Doug after winning the Super Bowl, after the whole debacle with the Carson Wentz thing. Now, why wouldn't Nick Sirianni be on the hot seat?
But see, the Doug Peterson situation was different though, because Doug wanted out on Carson. The organization did not. I don't think Nick Sirianni is in a seat where he doesn't want to buy in on Jalen Hurts. Doug was done with Carson. He wanted to move on. He wanted to bring in a coordinator to move on. He wanted to be innovative and do some new things. I think he probably wanted to move on with Jalen Hurts. And they chose Carson over Doug.
And how that worked?
I don't think Nick is in that same predicament though.
I think Nick is in a predicament where as though that you had a quarterback that basically carried us in the Super Bowl, carried us in certain games all season last year, made up for that with the contract that we gave him, and then you got him, in a situation where he's being indecisive a lot. I see that a lot on the field. He wasn't so indecisive last season. He trusted his guys. Everybody was playing for each other. Nick Sirianni is there to motivate guys to play in the game. Nick Sirianni should not be arguing back and forth with his captains. He shouldn't. But that's what we saw.
He would. I didn't really see him argue with players, but I did see him argue with coaches. And the coaching situation is exactly how I feel about the coaches. Right now, I wouldn't care if a video uploaded right now of him slapping one of them in the locker room. Because our defensive coaches don't have nobody prepared. DV, looking at the game plan as a content creator, I could have told you Saquon Barkley is going to be their offense.
You already know that.
As a person that never watched football, if I look at the stat sheet, I would say, looks like Saquon Barkley's their offense. Let's do something to stop him. My defensive end is covering him one-on-one. Great preparation. Like, what is Matt Patricia doing? Nothing. He didn't change nothing. You should have just left Sean Desai there and all three of y'all wallow in the bull. Because changing out, y'all tell me if I'm crazy. Both of y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Changing out, do the defense look worse?
Yes. Yes, because we're giving up way more yards, and it doesn't look like he changed anything in the personnel wise. And you got Kevin Byard. It was one play this game. Kevin Byard came from backfield and came all the way down to try to blitz, opened up the middle of the field. He didn't break him down halfway to the point where he could cut off the guy that got the first down. I think it wasn't a tight end. It was a wide receiver. No, it was Darren Waller, and he caught it, and it was a first down. Like it did not change anything. You don't put them in great space. You don't play to these players' strength at all. We got a whole lot of guys.
Worse than me, boy. I'm with you.
It did. That's what I'm saying. It did.
Worse. No, I said I agree with you.
Oh yeah. So. That's what I'm
saying.
I
thought it was a good thing, right, DV? Because I was like, man, he got the young guys in. He trying some things, and then I'm like, he trying some stupid stuff now.
So on the radio, they were saying that on 94.1, they were saying that they basically slept on the Seahawks, and basically thought that putting in Matt Patricia that game, they felt like that they could still beat them. And that's what they said on the radio.
I understand, but why? At least with Sean Desai, you wouldn't have no 94-yard drive down the field to have a touchdown over your head. Like, come on, man.
Well, you would have had the 94. You probably would have had the 94-yard drive, but you probably listen. You probably wouldn't have had it in 3 plays.
Yeah, that was trash.
At least Sean Desai would have made you beat him in 8 plays instead of 3.
Yeah, that was Trashberry though. Regardless of how it was, 3 plays or 8 plays, Trashberry could not guard me.
Well, maybe not. You know what? I'll say this: Sean Desai would have let you get 8. He would let you get like 86 of them, and then he would have prayed to God with 8 yards left to go to the end zone, and he would have got some type of bull junk stop with like 2 seconds left. Because Matt Patricia, I haven't listen. At least I seen Sean Desai get some stops, a couple stops. I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen Matt Patricia get one yet.
They are on my head. That's
on Twitter.
Yeah, because everybody like bookmarked my pen for the predictions of the season, and yeah, everybody on my head right now.
Ooh, did they bookmark mine?
Hey, who knows? Who knows?
It's
they on my head, though. It's cool though, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said on Twitter throughout the game, everybody was like, "Oh, Washington up 10-7 on the Cowboys." I'm like, I'm not worried about the Cowboys. I'm worried about how my team looks. And the way my team looks, I am not comfortable going into the playoffs. I'm really not. Now, do I?
What's the point of talking about the playoffs? It's like
no. Hear me out. Here's the point, because like Smitty said earlier, and I said it too. We're Eagles fans at the end of the day. But still our team. We're going to fall with the team, just like we ride them high when they're bombing people out and doing whatever they need to do to win. We're still Eagles fans at the end of the day. Now, with all this that was said tonight, I still have faith, little but faith, that we can actually win the wild card round. Divisional round, not so much.
About the wild card round, y'all see what's going on though. The Jared Goff versus Matthew Stafford.
Yep, I wanted that.
And there's also rumors. I don't know if it's true or not. We'll see. Probably at the end of the day. Bucks versus us Monday.
Why would they do it on Monday? It's normally Saturday and Sunday.
No, they got a Monday night playoff game too.
That's dumb.
It's super wild card weekend. So,
whatever. Who cares?
Anyway, I do got us beating the Bucks. I still got us beating the Bucks.
I ain't talking about the Bucks today. I can't even think about the Bucks right now.
But going further than that, I don't know, bro.
Let me see the injury report first.
Yeah, you got to do that.
I don't know who's gonna play. If it's the skeleton crew I seen on the field today with maybe Swift, I don't know. I don't know without AJ and Devontae if we can beat anybody.
I think I saw Ian Rappaport say that AJ Brown is okay, but we'll see later this week.
He just had a leg sleeve on, dapping the guys. I don't know if he's going to practice, or he's not going to be on a part of the walkthrough. I think he's going to practice though to try to work that knee out to try to see if he's ready to go. But no, I really need all our guys to be all hands on deck. You know, if you're going to beat us
healthy
as a whole team. We can't even say healthy because everybody banged up at this time of the year. But you know, at us as a whole, you know, if you're going to beat us, you know, I can't be mad at the other team for beating us, but I can't be mad about the way my team played. Now, when you get out coached,
you got to take a different approach in this offseason, dog.
No, you got to. That's where we at with it.
And if how we not going to go out there and get the pieces for these spots that's definitely pedestrian, he can go too, bro.
Damn. We was just talking about him being GM of the year, and now we talking.
No, I'm just saying, like you was GM of the year until your deficiencies turned into problems. Now you can either address them, or you can go sit in the Raptors. Because obviously you tried to band-aid them all year. You tried to band-aid. You brought in all these little pieces, Terrell Edmonds. You brought in Kevin Byard. You brought in all these linebackers, Zach Cunningham. You brought in Nicholas Morrow. You brought in Shaq Leonard, Miles Jack. You brought in Rashawn Evans. But if you were solid at these positions, you wouldn't be doing that. if you just took the time and said, "Hey, let me fix this." Oh, the only spot on the defense that I felt like he cared about was the slot corner. Because I think Isaiah Rodgers was one of the greatest pickups that we could have made with what we have at slot and Avonte Maddox not being able to be healthy. This offseason, you got to move some of these old cats, these 30-plus cats, and let's get younger and move on, bro.
Facts.
Because he said he learned from the Super Bowl, but it don't seem like it. Seem like he owing loyalty to players that don't need loyalty.
Facts.
The only people on this team right now that you owe loyalty to, Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Jason Kelsey, and the only reason you owe Jalen Hurts his is because he has a no trade contract and he's $200+ million in your pocket. AJ Brown maybe a little, but if you ain't bought in, if you're gonna be the same guy year in and year out, then we're gonna have to figure out something. But the only reason you owe the other 4 guys loyalty because they came here, they put in time, they put in work, they came every day with their lunch pail and their hard hat, and they went out there and did 110% hurt, indifferent. You had a dude in Brandon Graham who came back from a torn Achilles and should have had comeback player of the year. Really. Put in that work. Outside of that, you got to stop holding loyalty to guys that ain't did nothing. Like, what did James Bradbury put on the table? You said he needed a 3-year deal.
That was a desperate move. And I said it when it happened, because it was between him and because that money could have went straight to CJ.
It was between him and Slay.
No, it was between him and CJ, I thought.
Yeah, it was. Right, yeah. Slay was in the mix of trying to get his because
I don't think Slay was ever on the option though. I don't think.
It was more so Slay was choosing between us and the Ravens.
I think that was more because his hand got forced. So it's stuff like that, bro. How we don't have to do that. You don't have to play hardball. You don't have to take it through the rigmarole. You don't have to do all that. You could just easily be like, you know what? Hey man, look, we want to keep you here. Let's negotiate. He always want to stand stern and do stuff, and then you lose out on people that don't want to be here no more because of what's going on. Like me and Stu go back and forth about what we know how we would do, right, all the time. But what if people are tired of how we gonna do? Let's just do it straight up. I ain't got to worry about how we doing nothing.
Do you feel that how we try to treat these guys that we bring in? Do you think he treats them like the loyalty guys because they're gonna construct their contract or they're gonna buy into what he's doing, or do you think that it's more so that these guys know, oh, I balled out this year, this defense or this offense would have been the same without me. I'm gonna need a little bit more on the table or I'm walking.
I think Howie Roseman looks at everything as a bargain. So he think about it. Oh, I already paid BG. I gave him a contract before. So when I come to him and need a favor, he gonna repay me. He gonna give me a cheaper deal.
That's the loyalty.
Instead of just being like, hey, Fletch might be done. BG might be done. Like, let me go out here and figure out what I can do to kind of brace for impact. Instead of just signing them back and being like, oh, we good. Because really all you did was, like, if you really think about it, you took Jalen Carter at 9. Now, what else did you do to address the defensive line? Because Nolan Smith was cool, but he's considered a linebacker. Tell me the next move you made for defensive line. Moro Ojomo, 7th round pick. So I mean, where was the brace for impact? Why wasn't there a bigger name or a bigger value to the team signed or drafted other than Jalen Carter? Like, yes, Jalen Carter is good, but when you put all the pressure on the young guy, we see what the outcome was. He started to get figured out. I watched plays where this man literally had one move, and then the offensive line was just like, Sit down.
Nope. Yep. Nope.
Go to
Y'all
your
want to hear
face.
this? Y'all got some news. Sidney Brown suffered what's believed to be a torn ACL.
Yeah, it's a wrap for him. I already knew it when he went down. It's a wrap for him, and that's sad. Because honestly, in the second half of the season, he was our player. That was the only player that was playing the hardest on the defense, and that's sad that he's out. It's sad. It's sad, bro.
Let me read the full thing for y'all. Sidney Brown suffered what's believed to be a torn ACL today against the Giants. Source said he'll undergo testing tomorrow to confirm. Rough end to a promising rookie season that included a 99-yard
Well, I
pick six.
ain't gonna bank on it because remember they said your boy supposed to have a torn ACL. Trevor Lawrence, the night he ended up getting hurt. And they said he had a torn ACL. Then Monday came around when the swelling went down and he was good. That swelling can be very manipulative too. We'll find out something here in a couple of days.
But again, it's not.
He shouldn't even be in that predicament though.
Right, and it's not looking good for the playoff game, and then it's going to bank on how far we go. We see him back out there.
No, if it's torn ACL, then I mean,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap for him. But if it's not, and is what you're saying, like Trevor Lawrence, then you're probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
it's sad, bro. It's real sad how this team went from trying to figure it out. I can't even say winning, trying to figure it out to this.
Yeah, and I know.
I'll tell y'all the truth though. I don't think the guys we assume are going to get fired going to get fired.
Yeah, and before some of y'all in the chat. Before some of y'all chat start saying, "Hey, Coop Connor, say something about Jalen freaking Harris." What y'all want me to say? What y'all want me to say? Love him to death, but what y'all want me to say? What y'all want me to say? What you want me to say? He gets some of this too, you know. I mean, 15 interceptions is 15 interceptions. What y'all want me to say? 20.
Hey, look, I just seen a post on Twitter. It said AJ Brown faked the injury just to show you what Sirianni offense really like.
I thought that, like, what I thought, honestly, I thought that when he hit that slant, he caught the ball, they punched it out, got the what you call him, he saw it. I thought that he faked the injury just because it was like, yo, I got injured on the play, this, and third, so the fumble don't look that bad. But he was the main one talking, saying that, hey, we got to get it together and apologize to the team and all that. And then you go out there, you fumble and all that. But who's to say? He probably did get hurt. And I don't think it was to the point where he going to miss a game, though. I think it's just something to look for. Because it did get tweaked. I did see the play in slow motion, and it did get tweaked. But it's not like he had a brace on, or he didn't have a brace. He wasn't in crutches and all that. So it's not like that. So I feel like that he's going to play next game. If he doesn't play next game, look, we cooked on offense because he's a decoy, if not anything else.
Yeah.
And where was Dallas Goedert this game? Like, no.
That's what I was saying the whole live stream on Cool Cat Mitch with me and Mitch. Where was Goddard?
But it's not Goddard's fault. That's what I'm saying.
I get it. It's not Goddard's fault. I believe
it's not Goddard's fault. It's not just coaching.
Really?
You know, we got to put, just like you just said about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts got to see the field, bro. Because it was a couple plays Dallas Goedert was open. But, you know, what's his name? The guy begin with an O that was coming with the blitz. Almost like I forgot his name on the Giants.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he was in his face to the point where it was just like, yo, I don't know what to do. And Jalen Hurts either throw it away or he take the sack or he's scrambling out of bounds. But it was plays that Dallas Goedert was open though. I would say that it's not just all on coaching. The quarterback gotta actually read the field.
Yeah. It's gonna be a long week, Eagles Nation. Get ready for the media. Get ready for 94 WIP. Get ready for Cowboys and 49er fans.
I don't care about them.
I know.
They got games. They got games. I don't care. Like 94, 94.1. You know, you got guys on there that tell the truth. I'd rather listen to them than 97.5.
That is true. Not to mention, I'd much rather listen to them than Stephen A. and Skip.
That's politics. That's politics. Now, I like when Seth Joyner comes on and Mike Missinelli and all that on that show, and Mark Forzetta. Shout out to Mark Forzetta.
Yeah, they're already on live now. So
yeah, I was listening to them before we came on, but I like when they tell the truth. Like, you know, tell the truth about the team, how the team is. We still Eagles fans to the end of the day, but tell the truth.
Exactly.
Tell the truth. Don't sit up there and say, "Oh, the Eagles fumbled," and this, that, third. No, tell the truth.
No, it's the whole. In the words of Jason Kelsey, it's the whole team. It's the whole team. It ain't just the coaches. I love Jalen. He gotta take blame for this too. Goddard was open multiple times. Throw the ball to him. It ain't just the coaching.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
It's not. It's the because players. Now, y'all in it. Y'all in it. Now, granted, some plays on the offense is going to stay, but come on now. Y'all got to be better. Y'all got to be better.
No, it's only going to get – it's going to –
Go ahead.
In the off season, the only way it's going to get better, just like me and Smitty was just talking about, how he has to put this team in position to get better. He got to be able to look at our weaknesses this season and also, got to make those decisions. These older guys got to be out of here. These older guys got to be out of here if they're not contributing to what we need. You know, some guys are leaving on their own will because this is probably the last year of their career, basically. But then you got other old guys that just can't keep up anymore. And that's okay, man. You know, that's okay. But we got to, you know, alleviate the weaknesses and move forward.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we sit up there saying that we're gas. Week 18.
Yep. And they got to get it together next year because let me tell y'all the home and away team for next year, if anyone cares. Cowboys twice, Giants twice, Commanders twice, or whatever that's going to be called. At the link, it'll be Atlanta, Panthers, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers, Green Bay, Jacksonville Jaguars. At away, New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Bucks, Los Angeles Rams, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns.
That's actually a favorable schedule, depending on how it lands. But it also depends on, like I said, what we do in the off season
that we bring in here.
And the people we bring back. That's what I'm saying. But it's a favorable schedule.
Yeah, it's favorable as long as this team can get their ish together for starting this Monday, Sunday, or whenever we play against the Bucks. It's got.
We can't even say that because at the end of the day, the players, the personnel, and everything is going to be different next year. So we can't even say it starts with this. Like that is about this season because the season is not over yet for us. But next year it's going to be. No, you can't say that because we're in the playoffs, regardless of how it looks and regardless of how many losses that we took down the stretch. We're still in the playoffs, and just like Smitty said earlier, you know, he's not really going to go full throttle on the team until the playoffs. You know, if we look like this in the playoffs, then it's like, hey, people going to have to go. You know, he's with us that people have to go, but at the same time, we still got a playoff game to play. Yeah. And, you know, I'm still going, all of us are still going to you know, do content creation on the upcoming matchup with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. you know, in Florida. So, and you know, why not sit up there and think that we could possibly win this game? But next year with that schedule, it's going to be a whole different personnel. Who knows? It's going to be probably different coaching. You know, who knows? Yep. But we could just say what we feel. People going to listen, but at the same time, it's all about what the Philadelphia Eagles going to do, and then we can get on here and say, why did they bring this person back, or why did they think that this was a good idea to bring in certain players? You know, that's basically where we're going to be at with it. But at the end of the day, we got a playoff game, and the Buccaneers is on the menu, and we got to get it together quickly because it's one and done at this point.
Yeah, for me, it's like this. It depends on what both injuries look like for both the Bucs and us, because the Bucs look like they got some people hurt as well. I'm not making that an excuse for us because we hurt as well. But if both teams, we got to see the injury report for both teams. We got to see the injury report for both teams before we make any substance of what it's going to look like.
Todd Bowles going to start the game off blitzing the hell out of us.
He's licking his chops. I can tell. He's probably licking his chops like,
what's his name? The guy that we wanted from the Bucs, the linebacker, David.
I think so.
Yeah, he's going to be one of those guys that could be able to, you know, clog up the holes and pause, but be able to get, you know, those lanes closed to the point where we're guessing now. So we got to be prepared for that. You know, the coaching staff, the players, all are got to buy in right now because this is it. This is it. Yeah. This is it, man.
Yep. It's like people like this, man. I get it. He had a bad season, but come on now.
I don't even want to discuss that shit.
No, because I'm not even going to address it because a lot of people, like I said, I was going back and forth with people saying that CJ Stroud, just because of the last game, is better than Jalen Hurts. Cool. So I was going back and forth with that. So,
yeah, it's not going to make a difference next week. I really believe it's over right now. Nothing could change schemely from today to next Saturday.
Yeah, it can. Some heart. Put some heart inside the scheme because they playing like.
Yep. Praise Sidney Brown. Y'all got any final words before we wrap up? Because I know we got some things to do tomorrow. So y'all got anything to add before we wrap up?
Look, man, it's still fly, Eagles fly. To the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, to the end of time, actually. But right now, it's more so like this, right? It's not looking good for the season. Honestly, until it got to be a drastic turnaround because right now I'm not fully bought in past the wild card round. But let's go out here and focus on what we need to focus on so we don't be one and done and be in Cancun.
Ready?
It's 0-0, man. That's all I can say.
For me, everyone's going to be laughing at you tomorrow. Everybody's going to consider you a joke. Don't make them right this playoff game. Don't make them right. If you go out there and you do exactly what you did today, they're all going to be laughing at you. They're all going to be making fun of you. They're all going to be saying, I don't know about this team next season, so you might want to get it fixed now. So trust me, we got more stuff to say tomorrow on BOBS and Cool Cat Mitch. And this week, it's 0-0, y'all. We're in the playoffs. So for King DV, Smitty, and your boy, it's fly equals fly to the day I die. This stuff ain't getting off the wall. It's still Jalen freaking Hurts until it ain't. But, man, do we got some work to do. So let's roll, y'all. Peace.